Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome to SGL Spiritual Guide and Light. Hi, I'm SGL. I would like to apologize. My intentions today was to do um, a variety of spreads for the collective, and I was called into work and I completed my shift, and it is 3:40 in the morning, California time. Am I exhausted? No. Am I tired? No. Am I sleepy? Yes. So if I sound a little like what it like boresome, I'm not bored. I'm just a little tired, but I need to get the messages out. Um, I do have some direct messages that I had written out at the beginning this afternoon, coming from the Eight of Swords and the King of Fire. In other decks, the King of Fire is the King of Wands. And the reason why this specific deck is the King of Fire is because it's an angelic deck. It's messages from the angelic realm. And then we have the Eight of Swords here, also from the same deck. Before I give you those direct messages, I want to focus on my apology. Moving forward, when I already have an agenda regarding the SGL community, moving forward, um, I will not take on any on-call work-related assignments, okay? And the reason for it is because I've noticed the pattern that every time I'm getting ready to serve the collective full force, I'm being called to go to work. And so moving forward, when I already have an agenda established, I need to complete that agenda. Nothing is wrong. It's because I'm working when I'm tired. And I think not only am I cheating myself out, I feel like the way that I want to deliver the message, I don't want it to sound stretched. I want to be able to deliver as if I wasn't tired. So I want you to know that I am tired, but I'm going to deliver the messages until divine tells me to stop. Go ahead and stop. And some of you in the collective, you're probably like, shoot, you get your bag. Honey, I don't sell my soul to a bag. There's a difference of having to take care of your bills. When I have to take care of my bills, yes, I'm going to take my assignment. But when it comes to me selling myself short and selling myself my free will, I do not do that. When it comes to me showing up with loyalty, and someone asks me for their assistance, I show up. But in regards to me just not having a life, because I've been told that by working too much that I don't have a life, and actually I did, and I do. Um, the life that I choose that works for me. I like to work behind the scenes. And so uh, look me up and you'll see my resume is very long. Okay. My name holds a lot of weight. So I do a lot of work, but looking on the outside, it would look like, oh, SGL doesn't do anything, and I do a lot. But for the most part, again, I want to apologize, and I don't mix my personal or my other business establishments with this community. And the reason why I have it separate is because the plan that Divine has given me for the SGL community, when the timing is right, then everything will be connected. It's just I don't want this channel to be tainted, and there is an assignment that has to come to pass. And so the reason why I'm telling you, because I don't want any of you guys to think that I'm under the influence, because I am not. I just want you to know that no, I'm not tired. No, I'm not stressed. No, I'm not overly working myself. I'm just a little tired. It's 3:44 in the morning, and it's okay because I have a meeting at 5:30. So there's no need for me to close my eyes and get some rest because it's going to make me tired. So I want to prevent being tired. We'll get through the sleepiness. I have my coffee. I warmed it up, so I'm going to be okay. Now, I want to tell you about this Eight of Swords, the direct messages that I have here, and then I will reveal to you the direct messages that I have for the King of Fire here. And these two cards are coming from an angelic deck. If I can pull out the name of the deck, we don't have to go that far, but the direct messages that I have that is coming out of the Eight of Swords, you can write this down, note it, or you can just simply come back to this session whenever time permits itself, but you're not obligated. But before I deliver these direct messages, I want to acknowledge the Most High. Divine, I thank you so much for blessing me with the gift of intuition as an intuitive reader. Allow this session to bring clarity, confirmation, and understanding for the collective earth, air, fire, and water signs. Thank you. And so with the Eight of Swords, the direct messages that I channeled was, what are you ashamed about? Is it that you don't know what to do when you're confused? So it's mumbled here. It's an incomplete sentence with a question. The question is, what are you ashamed about? Are you ashamed because you're confused? And the confusion comes from not knowing what to do. Okay. Because the Eight of Swords deals with self-doubt, it deals with confusion, and it also deals with free will. Okay. So that's something to navigate, to address what it is you're ashamed about. Is the shame coming from being confused because you don't know what to do? Layman terms, do you think that you will feel ashamed to ask for help? Do you feel ashamed if you ask for assistance? Because assistance and help are two different experiences, okay? Are two different calls. So I want you to kind of horn into what is it about a transcendence that you are ashamed about, because this means that a tower, when a person is ashamed, that means the tower has happened. Okay. And why are you confused? The next direct message from the Eight of Swords I have, you forget that you have free will. All right. With the Eight of Swords, which is the angelic card here in this specific deck, it's kind of like being in the open and you have this perception that people can see and understand what your issues are. The swords is all about the mental state, okay? And so don't be so quick to think that people can read your mind, that people know what's wrong or know how to assist you. For some of you, you are in your own way. For others of you, you don't know how to walk away from someone who is someone that you don't know how to say no to, someone that is very manipulative, and they know that eventually you are going to catch on that they don't have any control over you once you recognize that you have free will to do what you please. For some of you, you are ready to leave and walk away from someone. You just don't know how to close out the moment of saying, deuces. It just feels like whoever this is means they're important to you. And I'm all about respecting, the elders and all that stuff, people who are older than you, despite of the mistreatment. It's a respect thing, right? And it just feels like whoever it is that you're respectful already is aware that any day now you're going to throw up the deuces, and they're not going to stop you. Okay. When it comes to wanting to get an apology that's way overdue, it's not going to happen. All right. Whatever truth that is set in stone, it's cold, And some of you, if you continue to wait, you're going to get frostbite and you're going to lose some limbs. Some of you are literally going to lose yourself, meaning uh, you're going to kill off a version of you in the most coldest way. A winter time is the best season for the majority of deaths. It's the best season to hide and to cover up. And it just feels like, if you were to give your last breath in the moment of before your lungs is officially frozen, this person is not going to give you their last lifeline. They're not going to warm you up. They're not going to start a fire at all. So it's kind of like, I don't know why you're afraid of free will, your free will. The next direct messages or question, however you want to notify it as, it's your right to make your own decisions. And this is why the overall message is, some of you are confused because you don't know what to do. And if you use your free will, you will feel ashamed because maybe you're a person who can never get it right. Maybe you try too hard and you don't mean to mess up. You don't mean to mess things up. You don't mean to cause hiccups. They just happen and they're not intentionally. And so you need to sever that tie of manifesting you messing up with no intentions to mess up. So you need to resolve the problem on, why is it that you keep doubting yourself and then you manifest, you know, uh, another problem that intentionally is not with intention, but it just happened. So it's kind of like, I say, viewer, can you make me a cup of coffee? And you're like, no, I don't want to make a cup of coffee because, for some reason, either I'm going to spill the coffee or I'm going to break the cup. And it's like, no, go ahead. I trust you. Right. And the whole time while you're making my coffee, you're focusing on not spilling the coffee. You're focusing on not breaking the cup. And you're successful of putting the coffee in the cup, right? The chalice. And then you're successful of grabbing the cup. And then out of nowhere, your path is clear. You trip over your own feet from your own nervousness, not realizing it's just, there is something within yourself that is very heavy, and it's like you're feeding ashamed, and ashamed is manifesting these hiccups. Okay. When it comes down to, I'm not gonna go into details. I'm just going to just give you the direct message. With this King of Fire, what do you want the universe to do to get you inspired? Okay. What are your passions? What motivates you? And then the last message, honesty with self should be your policy. Honesty with self should be your policy. Okay. All right. Let's go ahead and see what messages come out for you. If you did not resonate with any of those messages, don't worry. It wasn't your message. And that's one of my main requests for the collective earth, air, fire, and water signs is that you do not force any channeled messages. Okay? All right. Let's go ahead and move forward. a weird way of direct messages, huh? All right, let's see. And look at that. I'm not feeling sleepy anymore. I took a few sips of this cup of coffee and everything is okay. Hopefully you can hear me clearly. Um, I'm going to try to use my speech as slow as possible so that we don't have any interruptions with the program with YouTube. I don't want anything to kind of um, tuggle with the frequency. What messages do you want the collective to know? Earth, air, fire, and water signs. Earth signs, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, welcome and welcome back. Water signs, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, welcome and welcome back. Air signs, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, welcome and welcome back. My did we say fire signs? Leo, Aries, and Sagittarius, welcome back. If you are new, make sure you subscribe so you can be a part of the success and growth of the channel. If you're returning, may you find the clarity, confirmation, and understanding that you seek or need. All right, let's see what we have here. We have 7 weeks, Wednesday in reverse, and we have twin here. Tell me about this Wednesday in reverse. Serenity, learning to love myself, balance, and success. Success was actually clarifying everything. So let's just go ahead and do this. Okay. Wednesday is the 3rd day of the week. Actually, it's the 4th day of the week. I consider Sunday the 1st day of the week. So Wednesday is the 4th day of the week. Business-wise, it is the 3rd day of the week. 7 weeks. 7 weeks. 7 weeks. So 7 weeks. 4, 8. 1 month. 1 month and 1 week. 1 month and 1 week. We have twin here. This is not giving me twin flame. It's time for you to win. You have to dot your I's and cross your T's. But the thing is, when it comes to learning to love myself, which I'm speaking about you, viewer, okay? You need to understand what wealth is, what I think. Let me tell you. Let's just do this. Let me tell you what wealth is and what rich is. Okay, wealth is, layman terms, wealth is a healthy way of living. Rich is a trend, is a reckless way, but for the most part, that's at the surface of rich. The true meaning of rich is things that can't be interchangeable. A rich is a homemade bowl of soup versus going to a fast food place. And then knowing the difference from a fast food place and a restaurant. A restaurant is going to give you that the full the home feeling of what a bowl of soup is versus a fast food. It is just microwave. Wealth. Wealth is a total value of all valuable assets, both tangible and intangible, owned minus all liabilities of debt. So like I said in layman terms, wealth is a healthy way. There's no liabilities. Versus rich, there's liabilities. You know how they say the more money you make, the more problems you get. That's rich. Now, if you were to protect rich and operate in the true richness of life, there won't be any interruptions. So um, that's another day, another story. Moving forward, the reason why I was being guided to tell you this is because when it comes to learning to love yourself, viewer, it feels like it's something about every Wednesday that happens. It seems like though when something is specific about Wednesday where I don't know if this is your party day or this is the day where you have um, time to yourself, but Wednesdays should be the days that you win. Wednesdays should be the days that you dot your I's and cross your T's. Okay? Something about this 7 weeks here, clarify 7 weeks, because I feel like this serenity, after a month and 1 week, the pathway to light. Okay. So the question is, viewer, do you want wealth or do you want rich? And if you want rich, do you want the reckless rich? The more money you make, the more problems you have, or do you want the traditional rich, which is more deeper roots, um, a, uh, a more deeper roots that are generations to generations to generation, versus wealth. Wealth is what you create for generation to generations. I don't know why I'm being guided to tell you this way, but whatever new path you're willing to take, it is a path that is going to allow you to win. You just have to cross your I's and dot your T's. And it feels like Wednesdays will be your distractive days, and you need to turn that around. It's going to take you a month and a week to be able to do that, to create a system to where you will be able to win. Affirmations. This is confirmation of you speaking life into your life. And this is a sworn oath when it comes to affirmations. Um, you'll know that it's your affirmation is working. I'm going to give it to you right now, because what we don't understand, collective, is that when we speak and not every or our portal will open up. Here's your affirmation. If you look for other affirmations, just know you'll know which one works, right? So it's kind of like when it comes to you learning to love yourself, an affirmation that you speak into yourself is, I love myself, right? And so when you'll know that that has been activated, because you will actually start loving yourself. You will see the manifestation not only with yourself, but you will also take note of your actions of you practicing, you loving yourself. And so, like I said, you'll know what affirmations that you speak into yourself, which ones are activated, because you'll be able to identify and acknowledge the experience. More so a revelation. Your affirmation, it says, I listen to myself and acknowledge my needs. I assert myself and retain my power. I am brave and gentle. I don't have to be afraid of others. I respect myself and I am respected by others. So it's something about Wednesdays. So you need to ground yourself, okay? Take a moment to reassess, are you on track? What is it that's distracting you? Whatever this says when it comes to you winning, right? Because this is what I see here. I don't see twin flame. I don't see. Oh, that's what I was going to say. If you are a parent and you have twins, it seems like the co-parenting thing is supposed to be on Wednesdays, and the other co-parent is not showing up or whatnot. You need to document that stuff. And it just seems like you just need to hold on for a month and a week, and everything will turn around in your favor. But moving forward, how I can see this, which is the first time I've ever seen this specific card this way, I see the T here and then I see win. And so the T is confirmation that all your power, you'll be in control. Even though you have serenity here, which is events of certain things that are out of your control. And that could be the co-parenting thing. For others of you, it has to do with you truly operating in yourself without any doubt. And I remember the Eight of Swords was talking about being ashamed and being confused of not knowing what to do. You will eventually find your way. But just remember that you have free will. And so, connected to the free will, you have this success here. It says, I grow and thrive in the universe. Okay. I discover the purity of my heart and the higher wisdom that guides me towards victory. I direct my thoughts towards clarity and nurture wisdom, love, and goodness within me. I am free now and I succeed in my life. And you will, as you should. Okay. For some of you, it's going to take some time for you to walk away from whoever has control that you're allowing to have control over you. Okay. All you have to do is turn around. Nothing's blocking you. For those of you who are trying to go back into your past, it's a no. No matter how hard you try to fix the past, that's not you crossing your I's and dotting your T's. That is the truth saying, let the truth set you free. Let's go ahead and pull you a self-care message. I will, if I have any channel messages, I will deliver that and then tell you what the self-care message is. For some of you, you guys already had a tower moment. Don't really, and you guys don't know that you went through a tower moment. You have action coming in reverse, and this is the fire energy. Okay, when it comes to self-care, it says this is not taking the leap of faith. This is you activating a door with affirmations, with you learning to love yourself. Okay, so for some of you, you're screaming, I love myself, I know thyself, and you don't. You don't. And I cackle because you're not the only one. I'm talking to the collective that is assigned to me. The collective is huge, okay? And it's like, no, you don't know thyself, and no, you have not been learning to love thyself either. And so you need to start speaking life into yourself, and an affirmation that suits you at this time will activate. So if you speak that you want to love yourself, instead of saying I love myself, I am learning to love myself. And watch the shift, watch it. But for some of you, you've experienced a tower moment and didn't even realize it. Moving forward, it says baby steps are still steps and they're better than standing still. Okay, so some of you are getting ready to use your voice, which is good. Some of you are going to recognize your free will, which is good. Some of you are going to start speaking life into self, which is good. Some of you are going to say, you know what? This is the situation. I can't change the situation, and I'm not going to be stuck in this situation. I want to see the outcome in another way, and that's what's going to happen. So don't forget to dot your I's and cross your T's. Let's go ahead and pull an angel guide message, okay? All right, you have composure, ask and receive, and forgiveness and understanding. All right, your angel guides want you to ground yourself. Okay, and this specific grounding, this is you igniting your fire and not being consumed by your own fire. Okay, and the situation here, ask and you shall receive. So, asking your guides to show you how to love yourself, asking your guides to mediate, to show you how to navigate, right, through the ashes of a tower that has occurred, and you're just now going to recognize it, and it's actually a blessing for you to be able to win. Okay. And this affirmation here: forgiveness and understanding, speak life, and get out of the past. Overall angel guide message, please, for the collective. Just one. Clarify overall angel guide message for composure, acts, and receiving, forgiveness and understanding. Thank you. Ha! Look at here. Ain't this something? It says self-acceptance. One thing about me, I will not boast. I will not throw anything in your face. And you will be successful of loving thyself and learning how to, and learning yourself. All right. When it comes to dotting your I's and crossing your T's, you'll also learn about the people you love and care about. And you'll be able to move forward, all right, with exceedingly joy. Let's go ahead and see what this angel guide message entails when it comes to self-acceptance. All right. Let me get to it. Just one moment. Your angel guide message, it says you are making incredible efforts to heal and release habits and thoughts that once held you back. Take a moment to look at yourself through the loving eyes of Mother, Father, God, and appreciate how far you've come, all the adversity you face, and the person you are today. Angels are wrapping their wings around you and encouraging you to see what they see, and they see you as perfect just the way you are. If your confidence has dropped recently, and or you've not been as positive as you like to have been, change that now by giving yourself credit where it is due. Maybe you've discovered the negative talk and thoughts aren't working for you. This is a time to try loving yourself instead. To get started, try speaking to yourself more respectfully and giving yourself some leeway and some time to change. All right, that was your angel guide message, and those are the messages that came out for you in this session. Don't forget, love is kind, and don't forget that love is gentle. Until we meet again.